The sun blazed mercilessly over the dusty road that led to Kukurantumi, a small village nestled in the heart of Ghana. The air shimmered with heat, and the trees lining the path offered little shade. Kwesi, a young teacher, trudged forward, a small suitcase in hand. He had been assigned to the village school and was eager to start his new life. Little did he know, the journey would change him forever. As Kwesi walked, he noticed a rickety old bus parked by the roadside. Its faded paint and cracked windows told stories of years of service. A group of villagers surrounded it, their faces etched with frustration. The driver, a burly man with a red cap, was arguing with a woman carrying a basket of plantains. "What's wrong?" Kwesi asked, approaching the group. "The bus won't start," the driver grumbled, wiping sweat from his brow. "And we're stuck here until it does." Kwesi offered to help. Though he wasn't a mechanic, he had a knack for fixing things. After fiddling with the engine for nearly an hour, the bus roared to life. The villagers cheered, and the driver insisted Kwesi join them for the ride to Kukurantumi. The journey started smoothly, the bus bouncing along the uneven road. The passengers exchanged stories, laughter filling the air. Kwesi felt a sense of belonging he hadn't known before. An elderly woman named Abina shared tales of her childhood, and a trader named Esi showed off her woven fabrics. But as the bus climbed a steep hill, dark clouds gathered overhead. The wind picked up, and a sudden downpour drenched the landscape. The driver struggled to control the bus on the slippery road. Suddenly, a loud bang echoed through the air. One of the tires had burst. The bus skidded dangerously close to the edge of the road, stopping inches from a steep ravine. Panic ensued as passengers scrambled to get out. Kwesi helped Abina to safety before stepping out himself. The rain had turned the road into a muddy quagmire. With no spare tire, the driver declared they would have to wait for help. But as the hours passed, no one came. Night fell, and the forest around them came alive with the sounds of nocturnal creatures. The passengers huddled together for warmth, their earlier camaraderie replaced by unease. Kwesi couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching them. Suddenly, a scream pierced the night. One of the passengers, a young boy named Kojo, was missing. The villagers searched frantically, their lanterns casting eerie shadows. Kwesi found Kojo's shoe near the edge of the forest but no sign of the boy. "He must have wandered off," someone said, though their voice trembled with fear. Determined to find Kojo, Kwesi ventured into the forest with a torch. The trees loomed tall and menacing, their branches like skeletal arms. Every rustle of leaves sent chills down his spine. As he pushed deeper, he spotted a faint light ahead. Kwesi approached cautiously. In a small clearing, he found an old shrine surrounded by flickering candles. Kojo sat on the ground, his eyes wide with terror. An elderly man dressed in tattered robes stood over him, chanting in a language Kwesi didn't understand. "Let the boy go," Kwesi demanded, his voice firm despite his fear. The man turned, his face hidden in shadows. "He trespassed," he said in a low, raspy voice. "The forest spirits demand a price." Kwesi took a step forward. "Take me instead," he said, his heart pounding. The man studied him for a moment before nodding. "Leave the forest and never return." Grabbing Kojo's hand, Kwesi backed away slowly. The man didn't follow, but his presence lingered like a heavy weight. When they emerged from the forest, the villagers greeted them with relief and tears. The rain had stopped, and the night sky was clear. A passing truck offered to take them the rest of the way to Kukurantumi. As they climbed aboard, Kwesi looked back at the forest, its secrets now a part of him. The next morning, the village buzzed with life as Kwesi was introduced to his new surroundings. Children played under the baobab tree, their laughter echoing through the air. The school building was a modest structure, its walls adorned with colorful drawings made by students. Despite the warmth of the welcome, Kwesi couldn't shake the events of the previous night. Over time, Kwesi became a beloved figure in Kukurantumi. He taught with passion, instilling a love for learning in his students. Yet, he found himself drawn to the forest edge, unable to resist its haunting allure. Abina noticed his distraction one day and pulled him aside. "The forest has a way of calling those who have walked its paths," she said. "But some doors are better left closed." Kwesi nodded, but her words only deepened his curiosity. One evening, he ventured back to the forest, this time with offerings of food and cloth. He placed them near the shrine and whispered a quiet prayer for forgiveness. The air around him felt lighter, as though the spirits had accepted his gesture. Life in Kukurantumi carried on, and Kwesi's bond with the villagers grew stronger. Yet the road to the village remained a reminder of his trial and transformation. It was more than a path, it was a journey of courage, sacrifice, and the enduring power of community. Even as he thrived in his new home, Kwesi knew that the forest secrets would forever be a part of his story.